What's up, everybody? We're live, finally. It's been a while since we've been live. If you're watching this pre-recorded after April 28th, Saturday, April 28th at 4:06 p.m. Eastern, this is a recording of the live stream. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next live stream when I'm actually live. So go ahead and pause this out and tweet this out that I'm live. And we should be getting a couple people in here pretty soon. We're going to be talking about jailbreak dying, iOS 11.3, iOS 11.2. A lot of good stuff in the stream, a lot of catching up to do. What's up, guys? What's up, King? First in here, Alex. Yep, we're going to be talking about jailbreak possibly being dead. And Cole with the $2 donation right off the bat. I appreciate that. He says, Dad, thank you, son. I appreciate that generous $2 donation. What's up, Jason? What's up, Craig? EDM. Of course, you stream while I'm out. Yeah, the streaming schedule's been kind of off lately. You guys know that. But definitely got a lot of catching up to do on jailbreak-related talk. Obviously, the videos haven't been there, so I want to clear it up in a live stream before a video. Techno, what's up, man? What's up, Tupac? I think jailbreak is dead. I mean, honestly, people have been saying that forever, but we're going to talk about why I brought that up for this stream here in a minute. So let's see, let me go ahead and tweet this out. Okay, we are live. There we go. All right. So, no, it's not dead. I mean, basically, it's all opinion at this point, but there are a lot of there's a lot of points you can make on both sides, you know, of the argument. So great to see a live stream. Agreed, Craig. It's nice to be able to stream again. I've been so busy lately. It's been crazy. What's up, Quentin? It ain't dead. Everybody saying it's not dead. What's up, Wayne? Appreciate that. What's up, everybody? Jailbreak definitely not dead at all. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Like I said, I'm going to tell you why I brought that up once again, because I've talked about that before. You guys know I've talked about that in live streams before. I mentioned it in a live stream that was called Is Jailbreaking Dead? I went on for over an hour about that. But anyway, so let's go ahead and switch to the screen real quick. And let's talk about basically everything I've been missing lately, because I haven't made a jailbreak update video in a few weeks. You guys know that, so I haven't really been keeping you guys up to date with iOS 11.2 and iOS 11.3, the jailbreak status, what's going on, and stuff like that. So I want to talk about that. EDM Wolf with the $2, appreciate that. Since I can't help moderate it at the minute, here is the money. Hey, appreciate that, Wolf. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for always supporting in the stream. But anyway, nice for what? Quentin, that Drake single, I know what you're talking about. So anyways, let's get to it. So first of all, iOS 11.2.6. Some of you guys may already know this. Again, I'm a little bit behind on the jailbreak news lately. You guys know I've been going through a crazy just mental block in my head with YouTube and stuff like that. So, but anyways, iOS 11.2.6, this new security researcher named Brandon Azad, it seems to be legit. I don't really have any kind of suspicion about him not being legit and this being a troll account or anything like that. It is a new account, but he does have a GitHub with legit information on it, legit, you know, write-ups and things like that that are not stolen from anywhere else. It's actually him. So there's no reason to think this guy is not legit. But anyway, as you can see right here, he says, for those on iOS 11.2.6 or below, I'm working on a user space security research platform. You'll be able to spawn pseudo-signed binaries to run as unsandboxed root with arbitrary entitlements, including tasks for PID allow. Basically, everything he's saying here, if he releases this, this is going to be about 99% of what Coolstar needs to update Elektra to support 11.2 all the way through 11.2.6. So basically, when he said this, everybody got hyped up, because obviously if this gets released, if he releases this like he said he would, then that means we would pretty much very quickly have a jailbreak for iOS 11.2.6 and below. So iOS 11.2, 11.2.5, 11.2.6, everything in between, iOS 11 through 11.2.6. But, you know, and he has the thing right here, but then Coolstar tweeted out this. I didn't want to jump on the bandwagon for a while, but yes, jailbreaking is dead. Sure, I released Elektra in February. However, 2 months later, there's still barely any tweaks for iOS 11, which that was kind of a very you know, not accurate statement by Coolstar, saying there's barely any tweaks for iOS 11. There's a lot of tweaks for iOS 11. I mean, not entirely, you know, new tweaks for iOS 11, but there's a lot of updated tweaks for iOS 11, and a lot of people still working on, you know, tweaks for iOS 11. It's still pretty new. Anyways, he says anyone releasing a new jailbreak would be insane to do so, as there won't be tweaks for it, which again doesn't really make any sense for Coolstar to say. But this is Coolstar. This is who brought us the Elektra jailbreak. This is the only reason we're jailbroken right now on 11.1.2 is because of Coolstar. And for him to be saying something like this and saying that jailbreaking is dead and he's not going to be, you know, updating Elektra even if something does get released for Brandon Azad right here, is pretty discouraging. You know, so he says jailbreaking is dead. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think jailbreaking is dead? I still am under the belief that jailbreaking is never going to officially die until there's no iPhone users. Like the whole point, the point of making a jailbreak is to get a ton of devices to install. And if you have millions of iPhones out there able to be jailbroken, there's always going to be a jailbreak. I mean, there's always going to be somebody, catering to those millions of devices, giving them what they want. I mean, there's developers, there's, Sork and people like that. There's so many reasons why I don't think jailbreaking is dead, but I could see how some people would think about it on the surface. So I'm curious what you guys think. I mean, do you really think jailbreaking is dead? I mean, this is obviously a huge community member, Coolstar, to say such a strong statement like this. So it's obviously going to put in a lot of people's head that jailbreaking is dead because somebody so influential as Coolstar says it. But I disagree. I want to know what you guys think, though, for sure. I was considering nope, subwitting, and use regular iPhone. Somebody said it is dead. No, it's not dead. Technical. Yeah, so it's, mostly no. Looks like a lot of people are agreeing with me here that it's not dead. A couple people are saying yes, but again, I think a lot of people that are saying yes are basically just letting this influence their opinion because somebody as big as Coolstar is saying it. You know what I mean? Alex said unsubbed. Jailbreaking is dead. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not a jailbreak channel, so if you only subscribe for jailbreaking, then I guess you can unsub. I'm still going to continue to make jailbreak related videos, but they're doing good, Zach. Thanks for asking. Coolstar will most likely change his mind in 2 weeks. Now, that is something I could probably agree with. Coolstar is childish. Yeah, I mean, these are some pretty. I mean, I don't know what to think about the statements he made here. They're not accurate. They're not true, and it's almost like he just said it. This is almost at midnight too. If you look at this, 11:58 p.m. Obviously, maybe different in his time zone, but I don't know what really he could have been thinking when he said this. It seems like he just said it, on a whim. Didn't really think about it too much. But I don't know. He kept it up since the 25th, so he must still, believe in what he said. Oscar with the $2 super chat. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. There's always going to be bugs that could possibly allow jailbreaking. However, it's whether anyone is going to bother finding them. I mean, the truth is, there's always going to be people finding. There's always going to be people finding, bugs and exploiting bugs because these are security researchers that get paid 6 figures a year, to do this stuff. And the only thing that's stopping them from releasing it publicly is their company. But there's also a lot of independent security researchers out there who do not work for a company, who don't have any restrictions, so they can just publish whatever they want online for everybody to see it. You know what I mean? There's probably so many exploits and stuff written out there for iOS 11.3 right now that we just don't know about because a lot of these security researchers work at companies where none of the stuff they research can be publicly displayed online. It can't just be out there open source for everybody to see. But I'm sure there's a lot of people that have jailbroken iOS 11.3 right now. We just only know of, well, I'll show you in a minute. So this guy right here, sorry, my bad, is a security researcher who did jailbreak iOS 11.3. And I guess, he is employed. A lot of these people are, some people I guess that are employed can post about that they jailbroke, a version of iOS or, post something about a bug or something like that. But they can't post the actual, source and can't do a full write-up and things like that. But let me see what everybody else is saying. So people are saying unsubbed. It's not dead. Coolstar has loads of criticism, so he is given. Yeah, for sure. Jailbreaking will never die. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a stretch to say never. I mean, I feel like everything ends at some point, but I feel like jailbreaking is still, we're still so far off from it fully dying. I think sure it's slowed down. I mean, you'd be naive to believe that it hasn't slowed down a lot, and it's the glory days are behind us. We've already reached the tip top prime of jailbreaking. It's on the downhill slope right now, but it's not like it's a slope like this. It's kind of a very solid downhill, but not just a full straight downhill. It's dead just because what's going on right now. I just don't believe that. He said no updates, then pushed out an update for something about 2 hours later. Yeah, I mean, and that's true. Coolstar is definitely, it's possible that he'll change his mind and release something, but it's just impossible to say right now because I don't know him personally. So downgrading to an unsigned is the only way, I guess. What are you talking about, G-Hacker? Jailbreak is basically not relevant anymore in 2018. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I mean, a lot of people are still jailbroken on Elektra. Sure, it's not the best jailbreak, but I wouldn't really say it's irrelevant. No, Jailbreak is not dead. Some researchers found a way to jailbreak iOS 11.3. Yep, that's what I'm talking about right here. This researcher called Sorry My Bad posted proof of a jailbreak on iOS 11.3. Obviously, this is not going to be released publicly. This is a guy that is employed by 360 Vulkan. And he did, this was part of a bounty right here, as you can see right here. Or this is a different bounty, basically proving that he's a legit researcher. So, what's up, Appy? Kevin with the $5. I appreciate that. You're finally live again, so I can donate now. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that, man. You remember Pengu and Taiji and others? They used to make exploits and then do a jailbreak. Now the jailbreak is like broken pieces. Some developers wait for exploits to be released to release it. Yeah, that's true. It's a lot different now. You know, it used to be so. The jailbreaking in general just used to be so much more streamlined and predictable and easy back in the day, because it'd be like, okay, a new firmware gets released, a jailbreak has been, you know, demonstrated like a week later, and then a week after that it gets released. You know, I'm talking about back in like the iOS 4, iOS 5, iOS 6 days, even iOS 7. But now it's like, you know, we only get jailbreaks on versions that are unsigned, which makes it, obviously, we're going to have a lot less users jailbreaking now, which is part of a reason I think jailbreaking's on, you know, the decline. Because we haven't had a jailbreak for a currently signed software version in a long, long time. So I think that's the biggest roadblock for jailbreaking right now, honestly, because if the numbers get back up, you know, to like for Cydia when they, you know, when there was like iOS 6, iOS 7 days, when it was installed on, you know, 3-4 million devices, then, you know, then we may start seeing the jailbreak scene start spiking again, you know, going up. It's kind of just a graph right now, I believe. We're on the decline, but there could be some things that make jailbreaking a lot more relevant again. Craig with the $2, I appreciate that. I don't care. You're honestly the best. You help me a lot. Anyone who unsubbed is stupid. They unsubbed to one of my best YouTubers. Hey, Jose, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I appreciate that support. I think some people are kind of trolling when they're saying that too. It's not dead, but it's not as good as it used to be. Exactly. How much have I missed? I saw the notification, but I was getting ready for prom. Hey, good luck at prom. Aoki, I hope you have a pretty date for prom. Hope you have a good time. You didn't really miss much. I just started streaming about maybe 15 minutes ago, 15, 20 minutes ago. You can rewind in the stream as well. Think about Vine. That died instantly, no downhill. But Vine's different. You know, Vine got bought. You know, Vine, comparing Vine and jailbreaking is kind of, it's two completely separate things. Jailbreaking is like, it's just so much different. That's not really something you can compare it to. Jailbreaking is not a social media app. I can't wait to jailbreak Meek Mill. Oh, wait. I miss iOS 10's Control Center, though. Yeah. Is there a 10.3 jailbreak for iPhone 7? Nope. Will you stream more often now? It feels like it's been a while, man. Yeah, I mean, it has been a while. I plan on streaming more. It's probably going to be earlier in the day like it is right now if I do stream. But I'm going to try to stream still at least once a week. The only reason I think it's slowed down is maybe because they're waiting for Sork's version. I don't think so. I mean, there's also a lot less devices being jailbroken now. I mean, I don't know what the stats are for iOS 11. I don't think that's been publicly released. But there's a lot less devices jailbroken now than there were in the past. And again, that's because we're not, you know, the latest version that's signed right now, which is, if we look at ipsw.me, is 11.3. And we don't have a jailbreak for 11.3, which means that, you know, the majority of people, you know, even when 11.2.5, you know, 11.2.1, 11.2 came out, people updated to that. People were already on that, so they couldn't jailbreak. So obviously there's going to be a lot less people jailbreaking, and I think that's a big reason why as well. That leads, you know, less people jailbreaking leads to less sales for developers, less revenue for Sork. It's just kind of a combination of, it just all starts from, you know, less devices being jailbroken now than they were in the past. No one should give up on jailbreak. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you guys know also another thing. I haven't made a top tweaks video. I haven't made the episode 2 of the top tweaks video. I know a lot of people have been really, you know, getting on to me about that. But honestly, jailbreaking to me recently has just been, obviously YouTube in general, but jailbreaking also has just kind of been meh to me. Hasn't really been what I used to think of it. It's not as interesting to me anymore. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to make jailbreak videos, because I am. It's just not as interesting to me right now in the current state with the jailbreaking scene. So I hate to say it, but you know, it's not like I think jailbreaking is dead or anything like that, and I'm just going to stop making jailbreak videos. But that's just kind of how I'm feeling lately. I believe it's because Apple keeps putting updates every week and people update. Yeah, that's true. I mean, and a lot of people also, you know, you got to think the people that are on YouTube watching these videos where we say, you know, where it's, you know, me, iDevice Help, Everything Apple Pro, people like that, you know, telling these people not to update if they're interested in jailbreaking. But you got to realize, you know, that's only what, you know, a couple 100,000 people that watch these videos combined. If we combine the views of every video, a couple 100,000 people out of all the millions of people that have iPhones, that's a small percentage of people that know not to update. You know, if you know, a lot of people learn about jailbreaking. I remember back in the day, a lot of people learned about jailbreaking through friends. Like they'd tell friends they could jailbreak, be like, yeah, give me your phone and I could jailbreak it. They didn't even have to look at the version number because it'd be the latest version that's out. Nowadays, it's like, oh, you have to be on a certain version, and you know, a friend that doesn't watch these YouTube videos and keep up with these YouTube videos all the time isn't gonna know not to update to that version. You know what I mean? So it's just I wish that a jailbreak would come out for the latest signed version, because that would, you know, I think help a lot of things with the jailbreak community. Well, if Samsung and Hawaii continue to produce competitive phones, then I think jailbreaking is going to die. I don't really think that Samsung and other manufacturers and other phones would really have an impact on jailbreaking. I don't really think. I mean, sure, some people will leave if there's no jailbreak, but I feel like a lot of people just like iOS in general, the continuity and just the simplicity of it. All right, Martini, take it easy, man. Is there 11.2.2 jailbreak? There is not. There is not. Can you guys stop swearing in comments? Should I update to 11.3 while it's still signed? No, do not update to iOS 11.3. If you're on anything under 11.3, stay there. Do not update to 11.3. Elektra is the best and stable jailbreak. Yeah, Elektra's pretty good. I've had a lot of people reporting that it's not very stable, but it's been pretty fine for me. I mean, there's some random reboots maybe once a week, but that's about it. You said you would help me fix my broken control center. I'm not sure what you mean, Cole. That was probably a while back. You prefer New York pizza or Pennsylvania pizza? I've never had Pennsylvania pizza, so I'll have to say New York. What's up, Super? Yalu 10-2 is the best. Pengu is the best. We can't say jailbreaking died, but confidently I can see it severely slowed down. For a couple of factors, it got harder to jailbreak the new iOS and tweaks developers switched to develop their own apps. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot less people developing tweaks nowadays. Obviously there's a lot of people that don't want to pay for tweaks as well, so that kind of has a, you know, takes a hit on these developers since they spend all these hours and don't really get, you know, paid for it well. Yeah, there's just a lot that goes into it. What do you think about Coolstar and him adding the 2 default repos? I don't really think anything of it. I think it's fine. I don't really have anything against that. What do you think of the drama surrounding all the devs going on strike? I think it was very immature. Craig with the $2, appreciate that. Can you change your theme or icons without a jailbreak? Yes, Craig, I made a video on that as well. But you do have to be on a certain version, so I don't know what version you're on. Appreciate that, Oscar. It's almost 2 a.m. here in India, and I'm watching your stream. Hey, appreciate that, Indian Genius. Shout out to anybody in India watching at 2 a.m. Yeah, I remember my friends using jailbreak on 2011 to 2014. Yeah, I mean, when I was back in school, you know, back in, you know, 2008 through 2011 even, or 2010, I would always jailbreak people's phones for them. You know, they'd give me their phones, I'd take it home, I'd jailbreak it for them, or their iPod Touch or their iPad, whatever. You know, I'd jailbreak it for them and then bring it back to them, or they could pick it up from my house or whatever. But nowadays, obviously in school, I feel like that's just not, it's a rarity, because you won't find too many people that haven't updated their phone in a long time. So, especially when the update is so persistent on iPhones, you know, you have to purposely cancel it, purposely hit remind me later, and then delete the update. 99% of the world doesn't know that, and it doesn't think that they should be doing that. So, remember, Sork said he's working on a jailbreak. That is true. Sork is still working on a jailbreak. I have no clue where he's at with that. He hasn't posted anything since then. So, don't really know what to think about that. I mean, I think it's still coming, but it's just kind of hard to tell what Sork's doing. Sork's so busy, too, with the copyright things and what he's been dealing with lately. So he has a lot going on right now. You may have to have top chat turned on instead of live chat. I did. Seems like comments are getting to you slower. No, I'm just reading comments a lot slower. I'm still, you know, way behind on comments because I'm trying to answer everybody's questions and talk a little bit more in depth instead of going quickly through this. If we go back and think about the jailbreak that came out, which did you mostly like? I mean, which one was really awesome? I mean, I always say my go-to best jailbreak is 7.1.2, but I really liked iOS 5 and iOS 6 in general. So, Anki, thank you. I got a pretty date for prom. Well, I will rewatch the stream when I go home later tonight. Have a great night. Hey, Anki, appreciate that, man. Have a good night. That'll definitely be a night you won't forget. Hopefully. Hopefully for the good. One more game for the Cavs. Yep. Hoping the Cavs win that game 7. Yeah, they're delayed because I'm just reading them slow. The comments are delayed because I'm reading them slow. Nothing more than that. I'm trying to get to everybody so people don't think I'm ignoring them. Too many people. Okay, I'm just gonna go down to the bottom now. Nudger with the $5. I appreciate that. Can you remove the Jailbreak 11.1 back to stock? Its phone is going to Apple for repair. Nudger, you can take the chance of going into an unjailbroken state and putting Elektra and Cydia inside of a folder, maybe try to make it hidden. But you can use the Elektra and a couple other things to go back to stock on 11.1. But honestly, I've heard multiple people on Reddit reporting that if they just hid Cydia and Elektra, or even just Cydia in a folder, then you shouldn't have any problems. But if you are concerned about it, then you can use Elektra. Billy Wayne with the $10. I appreciate that, man. He said, thanks, brother. Hey, Billy Wayne, I appreciate the support, man. Appreciate that. I feel like 11.3 is worse battery than ever. 11.1.2 jailbroken iPhone. Anything I could improve? I tried to restore no luck. 5 hours usage compared to 7-8 hours of usage. Honestly, iOS 11.3, it's the battery life. I think 11.2 had better battery life than 11.3. So, I mean, there's really nothing you can do if you're on 11.3 now. Besides, if you watch my my battery tips video, there's really nothing more I can tell you than that. If you go back on my channel and watch my top battery tips for iOS 11, that's pretty much the best way to get the most out of your battery. And I'm going to make an updated battery guide video as well on what I do to get. I pretty much have full battery almost all day, every day, and I use my phone literally throughout the day. So almost every hour during the day. I think it's better to keep my iPhone 6s to iOS 10.3.1 because it's going to be outdated. So if they update, it'll get more slow. Yeah, I mean, people that are on iOS 10 are obviously in a dilemma to update to iOS 11.3 right now. Obviously, if you're on iOS 10 and you're sick of the jailbreak, or you're just sick of the slowdowns and the battery and stuff like that, then that's the only reason I could see you wanting to update to iOS 11.3. Obviously, that's the lowest version being signed right now if we look at ipsw.me. So, and we probably have maybe a week or a week or two before 11.3 stops being signed. But the reality is, if 11.3 gets jailbroken, iOS 11.3.1 will most likely get jailbroken as well. So, and if we look at here's the security content for iOS 11.3, there are also multiple, look at all these kernel exploits for 11.3 as well. So, and this is from an anonymous researcher who knows who that could be. It could be, Luca Tedesco. It could be any of the big researchers in the community that just don't need to be known anymore on these Apple security nodes. So obviously there's a lot of kernel exploits for iOS 11.3 as well, but obviously I would not update to 11.3 unless you're on like an old version of iOS 10, iOS 9 or something like that, and you're kind of just sick of it, you want to update, then yeah. But I mean 11.3.1, like I said, if a jailbreak comes out for 11.3, it's 90% chance that it's going to be compatible with 11.3.1 as well. So anyways, do you think it might be possible that Apple will make some of the tweaks into real options inside of iOS? Yeah, I mean, Apple's been doing that for a while now. Apple gets a lot of inspiration from tweaks, whether they want to admit it or not, which they're smart to. If I was in charge of the design and everything at Apple, I would definitely be looking at jailbreak tweaks as potential features. But I don't think we're going to really get any of those big features. If you guys watched my iOS 11 or my iOS 12 video, I talked about how I don't think Apple's really going to implement a lot of the big features in iOS 12. Probably going to wait till iOS 13 to release those. So, Pest Amazing, what's up? Do you remember 4.2.1 Green Poison? I do. My phone automatically updated. My control center gets stuck halfway in non-jailbroken state, but it's fine in a jailbroken state. Yeah, another big issue I noticed with the jailbreak, the Elektra jailbreak as well, is that sometimes I'll actually have jailbreak tweaks and certain elements of a jailbreak actually work in a non-jailbroken state. Like, for instance, I have a tweak that disables Wi-Fi in certain applications, and sometimes when I'm not even in a jailbroken state, and I haven't jailbroken in maybe a week now, I haven't entered into jailbroken state in about a week now on my iPhone 10, But I still sometimes will get the effects of a tweak, and sometimes in these applications it'll say I don't have an internet connection because it's pulling in that tweak where it doesn't allow Wi-Fi, where it disables Wi-Fi in that application, which is really, really strange. So I definitely believe that that's possible for your control center there. Do you like tacos or burritos? I like both. Your battery tips video is great. My iPhone 10 lasts all day on 11.2.6. That's good to hear, Craig. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be making an updated one as well. Love thinking about jailbreaking because battery life sucks on jailbreaking. Yeah, I mean, when you jailbreak, though, a lot of people say, battery is bad on jailbreaking, but what do you really expect? You're adding all these new things to your device that take up so much memory, take up so much of the CPU, and just so many resources that obviously you're going to have, a decline in battery life. I know it shouldn't drain, but you should definitely notice a decrease in battery life when you have all these new resources being added to the springboard, to applications. It's just, especially themes too. So you really got to expect, a battery decline when you're jailbroken. 11.3 was exploited and jailbroken. Yes, that's what I have on the screen right now. They're gonna quit updating all iPhones. Don't believe so. I can't donate from India. No worries, man. Is there another dark mode than Eclipse tweak for Elektra? Eclipse is my favorite. Eclipse is my favorite. Do you have an issue with Eclipse, Johnny? I need to find my iPod Touch 2G and get that running again. Yeah, the iPod Touch 2G was a legendary device. That was my first Apple device. What's my favorite food? Probably steak. Who I was working on the 11.2.x jailbreak because I heard that Elektra will not be working on any more jailbreaks. Yeah, that's what I just talked about right here. Basically, Coolstar. If we go through Coolstar's feed right here, basically he's saying that Elektra got canceled until further notice. Basically talking about there's a few packages being updated for iOS 11. It seems like the entire thing was a waste of time. 11.3 patches quite a bit as well, so iPhone 7 users don't expect a jailbreak. Again, pure speculation. And then he talked about how he kind of lost interest in the whole jailbreak scene and things like that. Once again, he could change his mind and come back, which is possible. But as of right now, Coolstar and Elektra is kind of out of the picture. So we're really focusing now on Brandon Azad, who has a jailbreak for 11.2.6 and below. And then nothing's going to come from this guy. Sorry, my bad. But he did show proof of a jailbroken device on 11.3. So wanted to say thank you for making all these tweak videos. I know it's not possible for you to answer all the messages that you get on Twitter, but stay awesome. Hey, super. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. No problem. I'm glad you enjoy them. What's the best iPad to buy? My brother needs one for gaming. I think the iPad Pro is the best. iPad Pro is amazing. Why does it feel like chat is going so much slower than normal? I'm just reading the comments a lot more than I normally do, I guess. I don't know. I'm on 11.2.5. What do I do? Kiana, you should stay there. Do not update. Craig with the $2. I appreciate that. You a PUBG or Fortnite fan? I played PUBG first, but I'm definitely more of a Fortnite fan. Definitely more of a Fortnite fan. I wish I had more time to play it because that game's fun. Is iOS 11.2.5 a good position for jailbreaking? I believe it is. I believe iOS 11.2 through 11.2.6 is the best spot right now. So that's another reason why I don't think you should update to 11.3. Wish iOS 11.3 can be jailbroken sooner. I tried downgrading but couldn't. You should be able to downgrade to 11.3. Oh, you're saying you tried to downgrade to 11.2. I gotcha. I think you should sell your iPhones and buy Hezbollah phones instead. I've never heard of that. Yeah, the chat delay is just from me reading them slower. I'm purposely reading the comments slower. It's not delayed. Should I stay on 10.3.1 or update to latest iOS version? I would honestly, I mean, it just depends on your situation. I mean, if you're jailbroken on 10.3.1, I would stay there. But if you're on an iPhone 7, I'd probably update. Should I stay on 11.2.1? I would. I would stay on 11.2.1, yes. My nan just ate an iPhone. Should I nuke her house? What? Oh, man, these troll comments. I hate how long I have to wait. Yep. Pretty long time nowadays. It used to be a lot quicker, but it's a shame Fortnite has problems, lots of problems with Elektra. I know, right? PUBG better? Yeah, I mean, PUBG I feel like is a better You know, it's not animated, it's more realistic, a lot more challenging. But I'm just more of a Fortnite fan. What's the best way to unjailbreak my device since Elektra crashed? What do you mean by Elektra crashed? If you're talking about, you shouldn't need to unjailbreak a device if Elektra crashed. You may be able to try it Elektra, but I need to know what you mean exactly by crashed. Whatever happened to the 10.x jailbreak? Which version specifically are you talking about, Fresh? So what you're saying is there will be an iOS 11.2.x jailbreak in the future because I'm on 11.2. Am I good here? I'm not saying there will be, but given the fact that this guy is going to be releasing a user space security research platform, which could lead to Coolstar updating Elektra, or somebody updating Elektra from the open source. I mean, but the thing about Elektra too is, I mean, look how long it's been since he's updated anything on GitHub. You know, this is all the open source code for Elektra. So I don't know if when he releases it, Brandon Azad, when he releases this research platform, if that's going to work with this old version of Elektra. But it could. So it may not even need to be a Coolstar who updates Elektra to work with 11.2. So yeah, I would definitely stay on 11.2. Should I wait for Meridian or update? You should probably wait for Meridian. I would probably wait for Meridian if I were you. I appreciate that, El Baha. Appreciate that support. PlayStation or Xbox? PlayStation. I have an iPhone 4 jailbroken untethered on iOS 7, but the battery just died permanently. RIP. Who remembers Evasion? I do. Is there a way to repaste my comment? Would love a response. Yeah, just, Jake, just, I mean, if you can just say it again and copy it. I must have missed your question. I think having everything from iOS 6 is possible for 64-bit devices because we can change some settings and have it back to legacy UI like iOS 6, but some stuff needs to be fixed to make it compatible. Yeah, for sure. What's up, C-Line? Do you think Elektra should be made open source if Coolstar is no longer interested? I think the newer version should. I mean, Elektra is open source right now, but only up to, you know, a certain version. Because as of right now, and he posted this as well, back on March 5th, basically saying that updates are going to be pushed, silently pushed, and basically not be open source anymore. So don't know what's really going on with Coolstar and Elektra, but it just seems like he's currently lost interest. Again, he could gain that interest back and start updating it again, but we just don't know. None of my tweaks work on Elektra, neither does Cydia. This jailbreak is not working. Neither does Cydia. So if none of your tweaks are Cydia, I mean, when you go into Elektra and click, does it say you're already jailbroken or not? Yvette. Should I stay on iOS 9.3.3? I mean, if you're happy with it, I would. But if you're like, you know, feeling like it's outdated, it's getting kind of stale, then I'd probably update because that is an old version. Mario asked if I'm going to continue with the top tweak series. I plan to. Honestly, though, you know, there's a lot less people looking for tweaks nowadays and a lot less hype, I guess, for the tweaks nowadays. So I'm going to release another video, but if that video doesn't do well, then that'll probably be my last one for iOS 11. But we'll see. We'll see. I want to keep them going, but if the support and the views, you know, aren't there, then I don't really see the point. Because those videos are very, very, I mean, I'm talking 5-6 hours of editing. So, what's the best jailbreak you had? I just talked about that. Probably 7.1.2. I really liked iOS 6 as well. Can you speak in your old accent for a little while, please? If I could speak in the accent I had when I first started YouTube, if you guys go back and watch my videos from like 2008 to 2010, you'll hear my accent, which is pretty hilarious. That I'm glad I don't have anymore. Did Sork release his jailbreak? He did not release his jailbreak yet. Nope. So you will be able to jailbreak 11.3. I'm not going to say that. That's why I say don't update to 11.3. Yes, there is a jailbreak for 11.3. There's actually 2 jailbreaks for 11.3 because Spark Zing also released a jailbreak, but I would not update to 11.3. Can't see much changing in iOS 12 except from a smoother firmware. Expect more majors in iOS 13. Yeah, that's what I talked about in my video. If you guys missed it, go ahead and go back and watch my video on iOS 12. I think it's pretty interesting. Obviously, it's not related to jailbreaking, but I think it's pretty interesting to know, you know, what's coming for iOS in the future. It says you're jailbroken running iOS 11.0. Event, just send me a message on Twitter with some screenshots so I can kind of help you. So I can try to help you. It's kind of hard in the chat here. Why isn't there many jailbreak tweak videos as it used to be? Are developers no more interested in developing tweaks for iOS 11? I mean, developers are interested, but the reality is, you know, there's not as many people buying tweaks, and so anytime you work for hours, like 20, 30 plus hours on something, and then, you know, you just give it away for free, some people are just, you know, feeling like it's not worth it. So I think that since the boot ROM exploit was patched, the jailbreaking tweaks started to decline slowly because there's no way to downgrade to the firmware anymore. That's true, Wayne. That's true. Boot ROM exploits are just so rare nowadays. So rare. What's up, gamer boy? What do you expect from iOS 12? Harshid, if you go back and watch my video, I just made a video 2 days ago talking about iOS 12 and what I'm expecting from it. What's up, G? The same thing happening to Android users with root. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What's up, Gunt? Can I turn the volume up? The volume should be good. The volume should be good on my mic. It's turned all the way up here. I don't have any gain on, but it should be pretty good. Maybe try turning your volume up on your computer or your headphones. If iOS 12 comes, should I update to it or wait on 11.3.1? Harshid, if you're definitely don't update to iOS 12 if you're wanting to jailbreak, because a jailbreak for iOS 12 is not going to be out for a long time, maybe not till 2019. So if you want any chance of jailbreaking in 2018, don't update to iOS 12. When I jailbreak with tweaks on, it never crashes. Interesting. Nope, looking for top tweaks. Remember when Apple accidentally opened every iOS version and let iOS 6 open to everyone who has an iPhone 4S? I do remember that. Was crazy. Oh yeah, who remembers GeoHot's jailbreak? GeoHot's jailbreak Black Rain was a legendary jailbreak. How could I forget that? No, there's not a jailbreak for 11.3. There's not. There's a jailbreak that's been achieved, but it's not been released, and it probably won't get released, unfortunately. But once again, that's probably, you know, it's definitely actually utilizing one of these 3 kernel exploits that got reported, or just a 0-day exploit that got reported. It's actually likely a 0-day that this guy, sorry my bad, used, because he wasn't on here. Unless he was the anonymous researcher, which I highly doubt, then it's most likely a 0-day that was used to achieve this jailbreak. What's your worst jailbreak experience excluding iOS 9, 10, 11? Excluding that, probably iOS 1, iOS 1.1.3, because it took forever just to even get the jailbreak working on your device. Yellowton 2 was my first jailbreak ever. That was a pretty interesting first jailbreak for you. Greetings from Dominican Republic. Shout out to Dominican Republic. Ever thought about video comparing Android rooting to iOS jailbreaking? What are your thoughts on rooting? Honestly, I don't have much experience with rooting. I rooted back in the day. I haven't rooted in a long time on an Android though, so I really can't give my thoughts on rooting right now. That is a pretty good video idea though. Shout out to the Soviet Union, Ukraine. Anonymous Pengu. Hope the developer releases files up to 11.3. You should be able to just use files right now. Or oh, you're talking about files on 11.3. I mean, I don't see that happening unless we get some kind of exploit for that. Should I stay on 11.3 or upgrade to 11.3.1? I think it's fine to be on, I mean, 11.3 or 11.3.1. If a jailbreak comes out for 11.3, like I said, a jailbreak's going to be out for 11.3.1 as well. So, whichever one you want. I don't really see any point of updating to 11.3.1 though, unless you had that issue. My Cydia is broke. I can't get repos. Interesting, iCraze. I'm not sure. Maybe send me a message on that. Also, where's your tweak video? Top tweaks video, like I talked about, episode 2 is probably going to be out in May. But it's possible that may be my last one for iOS 11. It just depends on how it does, support and view-wise. And also my interest-wise, because as of right now, I haven't even entered a jailbroken state on my phone in about a week. So that's a big part of it too. If I'm not motivated to make that video, and if it doesn't do well, it's really, you know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Purple Smoke exploit released. Remember DFU mode? DFU mode's still a thing, Devrat. I'm sure 11.3 Jailbreak will come out, but when no one knows. Yeah, I mean, it's just so hard to say. It's so hard to say. Jailbreaking so unpredictable nowadays that it's just impossible to say when something's going to get released. Even if somebody says it's going to get released, it's probably not going to get released on that day or even that week. So, last one talking about Double Helix. I don't think Double Helix is near as popular as some of the others that we've been talking about. Any jailbreak for 11.2.2? Nope, no jailbreak just yet for 11.2.2. Not yet. Where is Sorek? That is a great question. Sorek was actually just fighting the fight for making jailbreaking legal, or keeping jailbreaking legal. But I feel like his hands are just full with that, so he's not really focused on the jailbreak scene right now. Craig with $2, appreciate that. What you heard about Purple Smoke from MT? No, I haven't heard about that, Craig. What are you talking about, Purple Smoke? I feel like I have, but I don't know. No update and Smash Your Phone, mate. Remember Meridian? Yeah, Meridian still, you know, that's a tough situation if you're still waiting on Meridian. I mean, I still think you should wait on Meridian to be fully fully updated and everything, but I don't know. You're in a tough spot. I feel like so many people are in tough spots nowadays when it comes to jailbreaking. Because Double Helix is silly. Can you jailbreak humans? No. Remember Red Snow? I do remember Red Snow. Yeah, message me on Twitter about that craze. What do I need to learn in order to get into jailbreaking myself? Dorian, you need to learn a lot of, if you're talking about developing jailbreaks, you need to learn a lot about security research, and exploiting iOS in general. If you're talking about just iOS, I believe Billy Ellis has a book on that, and Morpheus also has a book on that I recommend you read. What's that best iPad to buy? My brother needs one for gaming. iPad Pro. Apparently is now working on 11.2 jailbreak with a couple other devs. Who are you talking about? It's M. What can we jailbreak on iPhone 7? What device or what firmware are you on, Terry? I'll let you know if you can jailbreak on that. If I update my iPhone from 11.2.1 to 11.3, will Cydia be gone from screen, or only jailbreak will be gone? If you update via OTA, then you're still going to have Cydia on your device, or on your home screen. It's just not going to work. You're going to have to update you're going to have to restore and update via iTunes if you want to fully get rid of Cydia. I'm not sure if I should update. I'm on 10.3.1 to 11.3. I'd probably stay on 10.3.1 if I were you. Can I hear the highlights? Sorry for being late. Raph, we've basically just talked about a lot about iOS 11.2.6 and below, a platform being released, and that was good news for Elektra. But then basically Coolstar is giving up on Elektra and won't update Elektra, so we're probably not going to get that. Then we talked about this jailbreak for iOS 11.3. Basically talking about security content of 11.3 and 11.3.1 as well. Like always, guys, if you came into the stream late, you can always rewind back and watch everything that I've talked about. And plus, this will be live after I finish up as well. It'll be unlisted. C-Line with the 279, appreciate that. Will there be a tweak for double booting on 64-bit? I believe it was talked about, but I don't think that we're probably going to get that very soon, anytime soon. Yo, what's up, Ben? Heard we could install a tvOS certificate and avoid and update alerts. Yeah, you can install the tvOS certificate to avoid that. I've been doing that for a while now. What's the best tweak to get Android on 10.2? I don't know of a tweak to get Android on your iPhone. I do not know about that. I bought iPhone 10 last month from New York and I'm using it in India. Will I still get the warranty on it? You should. I don't think it matters where you're using the phone for the warranty. I think you should be good on that. Is Jailbreak dead? We talked about that rising. I do not believe it is, but the whole conversation got brought up from this tweet right... Where is it? Right here. Coolstar said it, so a lot of people are believing it, but I think it's a pretty silly statement in that jailbreaking is not dead. I don't think it's dead. I think it's declining. It's on the decline. The prime is already passed. We've already seen the peak of jailbreaking, but I don't think jailbreaking is dead, and I don't think it's going to be dead for a long time. Is there any app to spoof location? There's a couple tweaks that do that. I'm trying to remember. Protect My Privacy is my preferred to spoof location. My most used tweak is probably BioProtect. BioProtect and Coverflow are my two most used and favorite tweaks. No, G, I would stay on 11.2.1. Don't update to 11.3. Do not update to 11.3, guys. These troll comments are hilarious. Honestly, I seriously think we should all just smash our iPhones and buy Nokia bricks. Life in USSR would be much easier. Oh, man. These troll comments kill me. Have you ever used Netkill UI? I have. I haven't really used it. I know what it is, I should say. Why is Coolstar so unmotivated for the jailbreak? I don't know. I feel like every developer goes through this phase. Literally every developer. Why do you think the yellow jailbreak excluded the iPhone 7? There's something different on the iPhone 7 that makes it harder for developers. Yes, it was different. It was the chip, or was it a chip? There was something different, and I forget now. There was definitely something different though that made it not possible with the yellow for the iPhone 7. What are your hopes for this year's iPhone or iPhones? I think I'm hoping to get the big 6-inch iPhone 10, but I hope the iPhone 10 doesn't get discontinued though, the one that's currently out. But I don't know. I think it's still too early to really know what's going to happen. I'm hoping we get the SE2 as well. I really am excited for the iPhone SE2, which actually could be here next month. So if the iPhone SE2 does come out next month, I'm definitely going to be getting that and bringing you guys a review and all that good stuff. Where's the cat? The cat is out in the living room, probably asleep. The price of an iPhone 10 in India is almost $1,500 for the base price. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. KVP bypass or something for iPhone 7. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was the memory protection on the iPhone 7 was different. iPhone 7 10.2 didn't happen because of kernel hardware patch. Exactly. What's my opinion on the iPhone SE2? I think that first of all, I'm excited for it. I'm 100% getting it. Second of all, I think that it should have. I think the latest rumors were that it was going to have wireless charging and a headphone jack, which I'm kind of there for because it's kind of just like the iPhone SE that we have now, the first generation SE, and it's the affordable one. So I'm actually not mad at Apple for including a headphone jack with the SE2. I think it's actually a great idea to have a budget phone, especially with the iPhone 10 now and whatever the new iPhone's going to be being so high priced. They need a budget iPhone. So I think it's a really great move on Apple's part, and I'm really looking forward to it. How come you don't become a developer? I don't really develop apps. I never really had the interest in that. When do you think the next jailbreak will be released? That's impossible to say. I wish I knew the answer to that. What's up, Warren? Late squad. Can I restore to stock iOS 11 without blobs saved? What version are you on, Mello? Show us your cat. What do you think? Is it possible to downgrade firmware, i.e. 11 to 9? Oh, excuse me. No, you can't downgrade from iOS 11 to iOS 9 unless you have blobs. Unless you're jailbroken and you have blobs for the lower version. Will there be a jailbreak for 11.2? Again, most likely, but we don't know when it'll get released. So, the jailbreak situation for the last few years has really pushed me to Android, perhaps the Galaxy S9. I mean, honestly, you know, when I got the Note 8 and the S8, I didn't get the S9. But it was actually a breath of fresh air using those Android devices. But that breath of fresh air only lasted about a week until I really needed the continuity features, and I needed a lot of just the simplicity of iOS in general. It's just, I mean, I feel like if you switch, if you've been a lifelong iPhone user and you switch to Android, it's going to be really hard to stay on Android, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Who's taking the NBA Finals? Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. I think, I mean, the Warriors. I want to say. I don't want the Warriors to win, but it's looking likely. I don't think the Cavs are going to win. Even if they win this series, I don't see the Cavs winning the finals. Can you do a What's on My Mac PC video? I might do a What's on My Mac video. I don't have a PC. Just buy a Nokia brick. No one cares about iPhone. Apparently, iSnow is working on 11.2 Jailbreak with a few other devs. Go check out his Twitter. I kind of don't want to check out his Twitter because I feel like this guy's fake. I feel like this guy's fake. I'll do it anyway just to kind of see and let you know if he's fake. Oops. I feel like this guy's fake though. We'll see. He follows me. But I don't see where he said that. I mean, it's really easy for somebody to just say that, and he's not really followed by anybody notable in the community either. So I wouldn't really take what he says for. I wouldn't really take his word for much. That's what I'll say about that. It's a good thing that jailbreak is dead because it's useless. I don't think jailbreaking is useless at all. I think anybody that says jailbreaking is useless is jailbreaking for all the wrong reasons. Have you used controllers for all before? I have, Michael. I love that tweak. Do you think mobile Substrate should be open sourced? If I remember right, Sork said if he ever quits, I think. Do I think it should? Yes. Do I think it will be? Probably not. iPhone with jailbreak lose functionality with the Apple Watch? No. My iPhone's jailbroken and I use it with my Apple Watch just fine. Do you think Elektra is buggy? I think it is. I had a semi-restore into Elektra until Sork releases. I mean, a lot of people say Elektra's buggy, but I mean, it maybe randomly reboots once a week for me. Randomly resprings a couple times a week, but you know, in today's standards, I think it's pretty normal. I mean, because Jalo was very buggy as well. I just feel like every jailbreak's going to be like that, so I wouldn't really say it's too buggy. Is jailbreaking available in the future? Yes or no? Come on, man. I mean, yeah, jailbreaking is not going to die. I mean, just because Coolstar said it, somebody that's influential, doesn't mean that it's true. I mean, and see what people are saying. You know, the circle right here that this guy replied with. But I talked about it many times. I don't think that it's gonna. I don't think that jailbreaking is dying. I mean, I think it's dying, but it's not dead. I think it's just on the slow decline. But like I said, it's on the decline. But there are things that could spike it up again. You know, there are many things that could spike it up again, like a jailbreak getting released for the most recent version of iOS. So we'll see. We shall see. Can I do a stream outside? How many of you guys remember when I streamed when I was live in Central Park in New York? Who are some of the OGs who were in that live stream when I streamed live in Central Park in New York? I'm not going to stream outside unless I'm somewhere like in another state. They stopped updating controllers for all because the dev doesn't have an iOS 11 device. Wow. What's up, Wirton? Updating Substrate and Tweak Injector gave me boot loops? Interesting. What did I miss? I was leaving the Roosevelt Field Mall. Didn't really miss too much, Zach. Basically just answering a lot of questions. That's basically all. You were in there, Deverat? Nice. More, and I know you remember. Nice, nice. That was a pretty funny stream. That was a pretty interesting stream. Who remembers when I was like walking down the street and there was like the, you know, I ate the hot dog on stream. That was a crazy stream. That was a really fun IRL stream. Can you explain why it's dying? Is it because of Apple developing better security? No, I don't think so. I mean, yes, Apple is developing better security and you know, being very quick to patch things up, but also because there's a lot of There's a lot of bounties and a lot of money to be made if this stuff gets disclosed privately instead of publicly. I think that's an even bigger issue. You should have pulled a prank there. I know, right? I wish I found your channel in mid-16. Can you stream in the bathroom? What? Yep, you remember that, Zach? Nice. What time is it? It is 5:01 p.m. where I'm at. I'm on the East Coast in Florida. Is there going to be an 11.3 jailbreak? There is 11.3 jailbreak right now, but it's probably not going to be released publicly. Actually, there's probably a 90% chance, 99.9% chance this guy right here won't release it to the public. There's a better chance that it will get released publicly, but not from this guy. That hot dog was bad. I knew vicariously. I know, right? I know, right? Is there going to be an 11.3 jailbreak? I just answered that. Couldn't care less if it's dead or not. Interesting. I'm the only one in my school who has a jailbroken device, and everyone's like, ooh, how do you do that? Yeah, see, and I mean, that wasn't the case back in the day. You know, back when I was in school, everybody had jailbroken devices, especially my friends, because I could jailbreak it for them just easily, you know? Because the latest version of iOS that came out was jailbroken within a couple weeks. Which troll are you talking about, Tells? I'll ban him if you tell me who you're talking about. When was the 9.3.2 jailbreak? That's when I subbed to your channel. That was 2016, wasn't it? I believe that was 2016. 2016. Jailbreak is dead. My life is over. How come every time I jailbreak my iPhone, it takes forever to come back on? Basically, just all the resources loading up. Jailbreaking obviously is going to slow down your device and put a little hurt on the battery as well, just because of how many resources are involved with the jailbreak. How does an untethered jailbreak work? Like, what if you wanted to disable your jailbreak for reasons without getting rid of it? Or maybe it's tethered, I forget. If you wanted to disable your jailbreak, you could go into safe mode and no substrate mode. But it's a lot harder on untethered jailbreak, which is another reason why I prefer semi-tethered jailbreaks, because it's a lot easier to troubleshoot. What's the best jailbreak for iOS 6.1.6? I want to jailbreak my old iPhone 3GS. 6.1.6. I don't remember the jailbreak for that. It's probably, there's probably a Redstone jailbreak for that, I believe. If everyone values customization over stability so much, why not just use Android instead of iOS? That's a great question. Great question that people would have to answer that have been in that situation. Weird question. How do you feel about Apple not letting us use 32-bit apps on 64-bit devices on iOS 11? I think it's a good move. I think it's basically just weeding out all the old irrelevant applications. Not really irrelevant, but just the old applications. I think it was a smart move. If jailbreak is really dead, Samsung is next. If jailbreaking was dead, there wouldn't be a jailbreak for iOS 11. This is true. This is true. Oh, I got you, Tells. Yeah, I'll ban him next time he says something. If it's, yeah. Is there a way to delete Cydia off of your iPhone? Yes. The Elektra, or you can just, if you don't want to jailbreak again, just you know, restore via iTunes. What's up, Slush? Why was SB Settings so popular? SB Settings was the first of its kind. I mean, that was like, SB Settings was like what Control Center is now. Like, imagine having an iPhone without Control Center. That's what SB Settings was. SB Settings was like the Control Center before Control Center was a thing back in the day. SB Settings was amazing. That's one of the most amazing, legendary tweaks to ever be developed. What was the thing that you got the most in trouble for? What was the punishment? What was the thing I got in the most trouble for? I don't know. I've never really gotten in that much trouble. I've never been arrested, never gotten a ticket. That's a great question, Zach. I don't even know. I mean, obviously I got like whipped with a belt when I was a kid. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Is there a legit way to stop apps like Bobby Movie from being revoked without a jailbreak? Bobby Movie you can get without a jailbreak and without being revoked, because you can get it from the actual Bobby Movie site, so it's not being signed. Just imagine one day you wake up and jailbreaking is actually officially dead, and from that point there would be no more jailbreaks ever. OMG, goosebumps, scary AF. I know, right? I know, right? I don't think that'll happen though. Thoughts on the Project Red iPhone and SE2 rumors coming out next month? I like the Project Red iPhone, not enough to get it, but I like the whole concept, and it looks really good. And the SE2, really looking forward to that. I'm definitely buying the SE2. I believe you should restore with another app. I'm gonna unsubscribe if you don't say my name. V plays. I don't want you to unsubscribe. So much tweaks are in iOS 11, like the control center, screen recording, and 3D touch. I jailbroke one of my school's iPads and installed Cylinder, and the teacher was like, "What's wrong with the iPad?" And said I just started doing that. It started doing that. That's hilarious, Lenny. That's hilarious. I remember when I used to jailbreak phones in the Apple Store. People would be so surprised when they got on it. Back when you could do what was the on phone jailbreak? Jailbreak Me. Is there a way? Yes, there's a way to prevent revoke on apps. Yes, there is. What got me into jailbreaking? What was it, and what tweaks did you get that you remember? Like I said, SP settings was the one that I remember most. I mean, I remember the old Halo tweaks. I remember. I mean, I made tweak videos back in the day too, and they were kind of just smaller than what they are now. But really, what got me into it was just, I believe, free games. Honestly, like piracy was the original reason I got into it, but I kind of slowly stopped doing that. What's up, Jamie? Will jailbreak come to 11.3.6? You mean 11.2.6? Possibly. No, I don't smoke. I do not. Been a while, but thanks for the stream, the OG jailbreaking format. Hey, appreciate that, Ted. Do your best Arabic impression? No, I'm not going to do that. Do I prefer hot dogs or hamburgers? Definitely hamburgers. Definitely hamburgers. Back when Green Poison was popular, yeah, Green Poison was a pretty nice jailbreak. Can you fix the iPhone reboot on its own without deleting Cydia? What do you mean? It's probably tweaks conflicting, so yeah, you can fix that without deleting Cydia. You just need to figure out what's causing the reboots like that. What's up, Rob? Glad I made it. Just came back from mowing all day. Wow. Is that what you do? You know, is that like you have like a little business doing that, or you just mow yards in the neighborhood, or what, Rob? I'm sure you're sunburnt from that. IPA store stops revokes. He's talking about without being jailbroken though. Jailbreak me, yeah, for sure. I think not being able to play Fortnite mobile killed jailbreak. I mean, honestly, Fortnite is not that great on mobile. Fortnite is really tough on mobile. Like, I tried playing it. I'm good on console. I don't play that often. I wish I could play more. But, like, I am decent. Like, I have 10 plus wins, which, I've only played a couple hundred games of Fortnite. But on mobile, it's tough. Like, if you're not using a controller from your mobile device, it's really tough to build and aim and all that at the same time. Wonder how the iPhone 7 will stack up against the SE2. Yeah, that's great. That's great. I mean, that's a great question. I'm going to do a comparison. When the iPhone SE2 comes out, I'm going to compare that to like the iPhone 8, the iPhone 10, the iPhone 7, the original SE. And, you know, I actually think that the iPhone SE2 will probably be faster than the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. Maybe the iPhone 8, maybe faster. I don't think it's going to be faster than the iPhone 8, but I think it will be faster than the 7 and the 7 Plus. It's how a 16-year-old makes money during the spring, summertime with a lot of neighbors. Awesome. Awesome, Rob. I'm glad you're doing that. Is there a way to find out what tweak has caused the respring loop? I mean, you could do it the long way, or you can go into iCleaner and disable tweaks, you know, a couple at a time until it stops happening, and then you can narrow it down. Stream playing Fortnite while talking? Nah. The user are putting timeout saying bad stuff. Yeah, I mean, just keep putting them in timeout or ban them if you want. Made $60 a day for 3 lawns, 20 bucks a piece. Not bad, not bad. I'll try again. What was the... You need to make sure to get them on recurring. Make sure you do their lawn all the time so you can keep that money coming in. You should wear a 1920s zoot suit on an airplane. That is what I do. A person who wears a zoot suit on a plane to work. Looks like very classy and handsome. That's interesting. Yeah, I've never worn. I've worn a suit once in my life. I don't even own a suit right now, so I would have to buy a suit. Simple yes or no. Is there an iOS 11.2.2 jailbreak? No. Did I miss the part about is jailbreaking dead? Yes. Yes, you missed that part, but the answer to that is no. Jailbreaking is not dead. Wait, do you think they'll ever remaster the iPhone 1 with a portable machine gun for the Second Amendment? These trolls are really making me read their stuff out loud. You got me there, Endless. You got me. Craig with a $2. I appreciate that, Craig. House tour? I can't right now because unfortunately my webcam is attached to my computer, so I can't bring my iMac around the house. But potentially one day. Potentially when I'm on a mobile stream, then I'll do a house tour. Cooking time with Brandon. Only paid $29.74 for including first class shipping. Interesting. For the 4S. Interesting. You started to read my question and stop. Please explain why. Jallison, I did. I'll try again. What was the theming tweak that was used by the community before Winterboard? Before Winterboard? I believe Winterboard was first, wasn't it? I think Winterboard was the first theming platform. Or there may have been another one. I don't know. Obviously, Winterboard was the most popular. Wonder how Fortnite would work on the iPhone 3G. Oh my god. Probably not good. At all. What's up, Lionel? What changed to make SSH blobs useless for a firmware downgrade? Just Apple servers in general. Because they realize that they don't want people being able to go back to these old firmwares. Downgraded to 6.1.3, nice. I'm getting crazy freezing on most apps, especially camera. I have an iPhone 6s 10.3.3 with double helix. Heard of this issue, any fixes? I have not heard of the issue specifically on double helix, but it sounds like an issue with a lot of tweaks and themes installed, is what I would say. Hey, appreciate that, Johnny. Shout out to Illinois. I'm probably the only one who has a jailbroken iPhone in Iceland, since every Icelander has an Android, basically. That's pretty interesting there, Lenny. Man, my throat is killing me. Have I seen Infinity War yet? I have not. This is water in here, by the way. Nothing else. It's just water. Don't worry. Tired of Jailbreak Galaxy is better. I mean, I have a Galaxy. I have two Galaxies. I don't think they're better, but it's just personal preference. I can never go back. I can never go to Android unless there's some major thing that happens that their phone is just 10 times better than the iPhone. You know, speed and battery wise, I just don't see it happening for me. No, there's no jailbreak for 11.2. I got a new iPhone 6 Plus a few weeks ago and it came with iOS 11.3, but in all honesty, it's pretty stable and smooth. Very impressive. Interesting. Nice. Yeah, I mean, 11.3 is not a terrible spot to be, but I just feel like a jailbreak is pretty far out for that. Looking for a new desktop, mainly for gaming and everyday stuff. And so my GF can do a lot of Excel spreadsheets. I mean, if you're looking for a desktop for gaming and everyday stuff, obviously an iMac's not going to be an option, and it's overpriced. And unfortunately, I don't know anything about Windows PCs, so somebody in the chat may be able to help you out, though. I think Rob knows a little bit about gaming PCs. I just got here. What did I miss? So is jailbreaking finally dead? Hugh, I don't think it is, but a lot of people are kind of swaying to that opinion just because somebody so influential like Coolstar said it is. But I think it's still. I still am sticking to what I said before. I don't think it's dead. I think it's on the decline, but that's about it. Yep, I'm still live. I'm still stuck in the Topanga situation. Panda Eyes, did you already? did you try everything I talked about in the tutorial video? That should be something that's, you know, pretty simple to get rid of. What do you think of the new rumored iPhone names? I think they're confusing. Which ones are you talking about? Because there's a couple of rumored names. A lot of times the names sound confusing and they just never come true anyway. So, will my iPhone mess up if I delete all the tweaks and reinstall them? If you delete all the tweaks and reinstall them, will your phone mess up? I wouldn't do it all at once. Yes, it'll probably mess up if you do it all at once. So I would not do them all at once. I have not used Dext, Michael. I have not used Dext on Samsung. I want to. It looks pretty cool. But I have not done so. I have not. Waiting for Elektra. Wait for sort. Have any of your fans ever met you in real life? A couple have. When I was in New York, I was going to meet up with a couple people, but it kind of just didn't happen. But I've had a couple people, and then somebody I went to school with also met me back in the day. Whoever's asking about gaming PCs, there you go. Whoever's asking about gaming PCs, Rob has some advice for you. Please let us know, what do you think about fluidity tweak on Elektra? What do I think about it? I think it's a pretty good tweak. It depends on what you have installed, though. I'm in the UK and it's going late, so I have to go now. Sorry, but thanks for the visit. Hey, appreciate that, Wayne. Thanks for stopping by, man. Have a good night. I'm probably going to get off in about 10 minutes as well. So if you guys have questions, anything at all, let me know. You know, it doesn't have to be jailbreak related. This is a stream that I'm mainly talking about jailbreaking. But if you want to ask me some personal questions or stuff like that, feel free to. I'll answer those as well. I'm totally open with you guys. Pretty much no questions are off limits, besides the obvious, you guys know. This is a family-friendly channel at the end of the day. So, you can uninstall Elektra when Source Jailbreak comes out. Yes, you can. If you ever have a meetup, I'm driving all the way down to Florida from here in Illinois. Awesome, Rob. Yeah, I mean, a meetup would be fun. I turned 16 this Sunday and get my license July 5th. Awesome, man. Awesome. Have anyone asked you to sign their iPhone for you? No, I have not had that. Would I ever dye my hair a crazy color? Examples like blue? No. I don't think I'd ever dye my hair any other color. Have ever met Everything Apple Pro? A video collab would be pretty cool. You two are my main sources for iOS news. I have not met Everything Apple Pro, but I think it'd be pretty cool to meet up with them. We have a lot of the same personal interests as well, like motorcycles, cars in general, stuff like that. So I think it'd be pretty cool. Please make vlogs. Man, I want to. If I had the time, I would literally make vlogs. I really would. I just do not have the time right now. I followed you on Twitter when your name was still BB Zappa Touch Hub. That's how you know they're, I mean, I guess not OG, but pretty much OG, if you remember that. Is there any way to reinstall the default weather app? Weather log needs it to work. I believe, can you? I don't know. I've never tried to delete weather. Yeah, you can delete weather. You can delete the weather app and reinstall it through the App Store. All right, Rashad, Rahish, take it easy, man. Am I married? I am not. I am not married. I have a girlfriend. I don't even think I told you guys. I don't even think I told the stream yet that my girlfriend now lives in the house with me. So this house that you guys have known as well is no longer just my house. So that's some pretty big news, and another thing that's kind of taken, you know, slowed down the videos a little bit lately. That happened back in about a month ago now. Do you use Safari app on the iPhone? I do. If you could literally downgrade my grandma, I would like to jailbreak her. What? Can you explain the fight for jailbreak? That's gonna go on forever if I start talking about that. I may actually talk about that in the next jailbreak update video or the next stream, but I don't have time to talk about all that right now, unfortunately. Sweden rules, RIP jailbreak. Hey Jeff with the $3, I appreciate that, man. Keep up the great work. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the support. What is that, a Sylvia in your avatar? I can hardly see it. It looks like a Sylvia though. I can't find the default weather app in the App Store. Interesting. Did you go to like the Apple section? Did you go to like where it shows all the other stock apps? Like I said, I've never deleted it, so I don't know for sure. I just saw that there was an X on the weather app. Maybe you have to delete it first and then it'll populate in the App Store. I'm not too sure. 1 terabyte. What's up, man? You missed pretty much everything because I'm about to end the stream here in about 10 minutes. So you can actually go back in the stream. You can scrub back and watch. So, did you ever consider interacting with other YouTubers in a channel live stream? I considered it, but I don't really know how that would I don't really know how that would work out. First house in the ring. First the house next to the ring. Really struggling to hear you. My GIF is snoring so loud. That's funny, Greg. Very true. If you have the time tonight, would you possibly be down for a voice chat? I've always wanted to have a one-on-one conversation with you. I can't tonight, unfortunately. I'm about to go to my brother's birthday dinner. Literally, once I end the stream, I'm literally putting my shoes on and running out the door because I'm probably going to be late for his birthday dinner. Then after that, I'm going to play poker. Then after that, I'm going to pick my girlfriend up. And then after that, I'm going to sleep because it's going to be past midnight. So I have a very tight schedule today, unfortunately, Rob. But maybe another day, for sure. Can you do live streams where you answer questions after eating a Carolina Reaper? I don't know if I'm ever going to eat a Carolina Reaper, but possibly. That'll be pretty interesting. My opinions on Dino. I love Dino. Dino's a cool dude. He's another one of those OGs that I really respect. Has Apple removed some of their apps on the App Store? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I've never deleted any default apps, though. No problem, Hugh. Yeah, there's an Apple section somewhere. Is jailbreak a boy or a girl? Jailbreaking is an it. When are you going to be in New York again? I have a summer home in Long Beach, New York that I go to every 2 weeks or so. Hey, Zach, I'm probably actually going to go to New York later this year. I was at my house in Lower Manhattan. Yeah, I'm probably going to go later this year. There's a couple people that, that reached out to me as well in New York, so maybe something can happen with that. If you're following me on Twitter, I'll let you know. I'll tweet out when I'm going to New York again. But I'm probably going to be staying in Manhattan. I'm probably mostly going to be in Manhattan area. But I did go to Long Beach last time. Wasn't it your girlfriend's birthday dinner last time you streamed? I don't think so. Well, it may have been. No, I think it was she was telling me to go somewhere at night. I don't think it was her birthday dinner. Because that was, well, I don't know. Maybe it was. Do I have kids? No. No. Use some of your jailbreak tweaks to get to your brother's birthday party quick. Online live stream poker would be awesome. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That would be cool. Are we sure Jailbreaking is dead? Jailbreaking is not dead. It was a question. After you pick your girlfriend up, that's when the poker release. When I went to 11.1.2 from 10.3.3, I regret it so much now. I'm going to trade my 7 for a 6S on 10.2. Yeah, I mean, it's just personal preference. Personal preference on how much you actually want a jailbroken device. Favorite artist of the moment? Oh, man. Probably, it's still probably Drake. Drake is like my go-to when I don't know anything to listen to. Drake is one of the first people I put on. I do really like Trippie Redd too. I don't know why I like Trippie Redd, but Trippie Redd is one of my favorite artists of 2018. Jailbreaking is not dead. There's literally developers, researchers. Yep. Happy birthday to your brother. Hope you have fun at the party. Hey, appreciate that, Zach. Appreciate that, man. Do I have any crypto? Yes. I've had crypto for a long time now. A long time. Do I like Daniel Negreanu? I do like Daniel. I do love his play and his whole mentality. Before you sign off, is jailbreaking worth it anymore? The wait is kind of tiring. It depends on what you want to jailbreak for. It's worth it to me, but it really just depends on it. I'm going to be in New York this summer. Awesome, man. Post Malone's new album is great. Yeah, Post Malone's new album, when I first listened to it, I didn't like it. I didn't just it's okay. I didn't like it. I really didn't like a lot of the songs, but on my second and third listens, I just progressively started liking it more and more. And now I'm actually a big fan of his album, so. God's Plan is a great song. It is. Is it okay if I'm 13 and watch your videos? Yeah, sure, David. For sure, David. Someone spammed on my lock screen and now I have to restore? What do you mean someone spammed your lock screen? What do you mean by that? Good luck tonight at the table. I'm out. Thanks for the help. Hey, no problem, Hugh. Appreciate that. Hoping to win. Thanks for stopping by, though. Appreciate you coming in the stream, man. With your 1999 opinion on J. Cole? I like J. Cole. I like J. Cole. Man, should I continue waiting for Meridian? It seems like it's been forever. That's because it has been forever. But if you really want to jailbreak, then obviously, yes, I would continue to wait on that. I would. Greetings from North Korea. I'm currently getting chased. I'm not even gonna read it. This guy gets me every time. Like I don't know why I read his comments, but I'm not even gonna read it. But don't ban him. Don't ban him. His troll comments are actually funny and not, you know, not too bad. So we're here at the Brandon Bush Inc., our family-friendly channel. You got it, Rob. Are you in crypto? If yes, that's crypto tab online. The miner at work. I don't mind crypto. I mean, I've been in crypto for a long time, and I used to mine back in like 2013, 2014. That's when I originally got into crypto. It was like end of 2012. So I don't really do any mining or anything like that. So I can't answer that. Are you still using Tweakbox? I am. My first car was a Chevy Cavalier. Have fun tonight. Hope you win big. Catch you on the next one. Anytime you're in PA, hit me up. Peace. Hey, appreciate that, Jeffrey. Thanks for stopping by, man. I'll definitely hit you up. If I do go to PA, it'll be Pittsburgh, by the way, probably for a Steelers game. You're funny, Endless. If I'm on 11.2.2, or should I give up? Greetings from Mexico. No, I wouldn't give up. I would stay put there, though. Have you tried out the Apple Music student discount? Waste of... it's awesome. I'm using it. It's better than the regular $9.99 price. I'm not a student, so I can't use that discount. But I'm sure it's, I'm sure you do get a great price. The same with Spotify. Spotify had a great deal for students as well. I had crypto, but I sold it for an iPhone 3. Oh, rip. What's my dream car? My dream car is probably going to be a Ferrari, maybe a Ferrari 458 maybe. I just love the sound of Ferraris in general. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off in about 3 or 4 minutes. So let me know if you have any other questions. Which VPN do you recommend for mobile and Windows PC? Thanks. I use iVPN. I use iVPN for mobile and desktop. That is my preferred. I think it's like $100 a year, and it's been great for me. So iVPN is my recommendation. My iPhone was very sneaky. It updated last night, late at night to 11.2 while I waited to log on 10.2.1. There's no way it could have updated to 11.2. It would have been 11.3. 11.2 is not even being signed anymore. Am I planning on seeing Infinity War? Probably. Yeah, I'm probably going to see that. Is XVPN a good one? I don't know. iVPN was like only the second one I tried, and it just has worked great for me for like the past 2 years. So I've never looked anywhere else. Any news for Jailbreak 11.2.6? Nope. Not besides what I've already talked about. There is going to be something released for 11.2.6, but without Coolstar, without anybody working on Elektra, it's not really going to do much. Is gloss white skins from Colorware good on iPhone 10? Of course. I heard they are, yeah. I don't have one personally, but I've seen reviews and seen them. They look pretty good. I use XVPN, works fast for me, better than anything I've tried. All right, Rob, take it easy, man. Appreciate you stopping by, as always, moderating, answer questions. Appreciate it, man. The jailbreak itself has nothing to do with the battery itself, plus the facts iOS 11 is garbage. You missed pretty much everything, Futon, unfortunately. NordVPN and Tunnel. Craig with the $5. I appreciate that, man. Take care, bro. Enjoy your brother's B-Day and poker. Enjoy the live stream. Always fun. People in the lives are great. Hey, Craig, appreciate that, man. Thanks for stopping by. Always good to have people like you in the chat, man. Random question. Have you had a beard? Told you it was a random question. I tried to grow out a beard a while back. Like, if you go back and watch my videos from like 2016, you'll see some very awkward facial hair on my videos. And I could really just never grow a full beard. It was just really patchy and ugly. So I didn't really want to continue having that weird look, especially if I'm making YouTube videos and showing myself to the world. It just looked really bad. So nope, never plan on having a beard in my life. I guess it goes with my baby face anyway. So is it safe using Bobby Movie? Yeah, you should be safe. I mean, if you get any issues with your ISP, then I would just use a VPN, but you should be good. When ETA diss track is taking longer than Sorg. This is a while back. Update. Oh, I gotcha, Dan. I have $15 on my account. I don't really know what to spend it on. I usually just get free apps, and I don't like getting things I won't really keep. Interesting. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. I appreciate everybody for stopping by on the stream tonight. It was fun. Definitely be back next week / next weekend, sometime next week or the weekend, and it's probably gonna be a little bit earlier in the day like it was today. But I appreciate everybody that came out. Thanks for the support. Thanks for asking all the questions, being here, interacting, and just listening to what I have to say. I really appreciate it, guys. And we'll see you next week. And I'll probably have a video coming out tomorrow. I'm going to be at a festival tomorrow all day, a music festival. But and if you're following me on Snapchat, you'll probably see that. So make sure you guys follow me on Snapchat and Instagram. Those links are down below. And for whatever reason you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed as well so you get notified when I go live, and turn that bell on as well. So, but anyways, I do have a video planned. It's probably actually going to come out on Monday. We may even see a new software update come out on Monday as well. So we'll see. A lot of stuff in the works. Kind of getting over my mental block with videos. So should be out pretty soon. More videos, more live streams, all that good stuff. But thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you soon.